Come with us as we fly Etihad Airways in business class from Chicago to Abu Dhabi. Let's go. All right, so while we're waiting on our flight, decided to stop at this torta joint. Got us a cocktail. Looks delicious. How's it taste, boo?
It's different, but it's pretty good. Interesting.
You remember what it's called?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, hibiscus something.
Oh, it was hibiscus.
Hibiscus
something.
spritz, I think.
I do get a taste of like the hibiscus. It's giving the spring and summer vibes.
That is good. That is really refreshing. All right, food is here. Got the Chipotle chicken torta.
It looks good.
Yeah, it does. It smells good too. With a side of salsa.
Did you taste your drink? Did you like it? While we're waiting to board, I wanted to let you know how much this flight cost me. So, I booked this flight 8 months in advance for 70,000 American Airlines miles per person one way, originating in St. Louis, going all the way to New Delhi, India via Chicago and Abu Dhabi. Y'all, I couldn't pass that up and only paid $30 in taxes for both tickets.
A few moments later.
Here we come.
You excited, boo?
Yes.
Welcome on board the Etihad Airways Airbus A350-1000. As you can see, the business class cabin is laid out in a 1-2-1 configuration, where everybody has direct access to the aisle. Speaking of the aisle, y'all, these are the narrowest aisles I've ever walked through on a plane. I've never seen anything like it. On top of that, there are no overhead bins in the center of the cabin, so folks that are sitting in the middle either have to put their luggage on the left or right side of the cabin. Say hi, babe.
Hi.
What you got there?
Champagne and a lemon mint drink. So. I'm waiting on Leroy to toast with me. Where do you got your champagne?
I do.
Okay. Toast to what?
A great flight.
Time.
Yep.
Great flight and a wonderful time in India.
Yep. So, first impressions are quite good. Like, the seat is comfortable, the cabin is spacious. As you can see, there's no overhead bins in the center of the cabin. What you think, boo?
So far, so good. I really love it. I couldn't get my hips through, but I'm working on losing to about 10 pounds.
Yeah, as I stated when we were boarding, the aisles are really narrow. I never experienced nothing like that. That was interesting. But so far, first impressions are really good. Always got to get the lemon mint when you're flying a Middle Eastern airline. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any takeoff footage because we're sitting in the middle. So we'll see y'all after takeoff. You know, we're going to do a seat tour.
A few details about our flight: 12 hours, 40 minutes, lovely weather, but always please pay attention to the seatbelt signs. Keep your seatbelt buttons on seat just in case we encounter any unexpected turbulency with the seatbelt.
So let's explore the seat. Here we have the pillow and mattress topper. And the mattress topper can actually be put on by the flight attendant. Here is the blanket way down here, which is probably the softest blanket I've ever had on a plane. And here's the door. It does not slide all the way, but it does give you some privacy when you do go to bed, which is nice. And in here in the armrest, you have your water bottle storage, which is also nice. And then let's pan over to the left, where you have your storage area and a wireless charger, which does work, by the way. And then if you open this storage area here, you have your remote for the in-flight entertainment, some headphones, which we'll go over later, and a power socket to plug in your phone or whatever your device you decide to plug in. And to the far left, you have a USB. And then in this storage pocket over here to the far left, you have another storage area for passport, documents, whatever you decide to put in there.
And then to the left of that, you have your amenity kit, and you have a lamp that you can turn on and off along with the menu. Alright, so before takeoff, they take your order. I wanted the lemon mint once again, and it comes with some more nuts. That's so good, y'all. What you watching?
House Party 2023.
All right, so my starter is here. Got the Arabic meze. It looks divine. Let's eat. Every time I fly a Middle Eastern airline, I always go for the Arabic meze as a starter. And judging by the look on my face, it was absolutely divine. My wife had the Leone Italian burrata, which is caramelized orange, sumac spiced heirloom tomato salad, and pomegranate dressing. Let's see what she thinks. What you think? Was it a cheese plate?
I like it.
Not a fan.
Look at this. And I love cheese.
All right, main course is here. The beef brisket. Looks good.
A few moments later.
All right, I destroyed that. It was pretty good. It was fatty in in some parts of it, but I still ate it. Waiting for dessert now. Carisha chose the chicken piccata, which is creamy polenta, Swiss chard, wild rice, grana padano, truffle, and red pepper coulis. She thought it was pretty good. For dessert, I chose the mocha mascarpone tart with salted chocolate sauce and raspberries. And y'all, this was probably one of the greatest desserts I've ever eaten anywhere. On a plane, off the plane. Man, this was delicious. Your boy was tired after eating all that food. So let's put this seat into the lay flat position and let's get some rest. We got a long flight ahead of us. While laying flat, you'll notice that the footwell is really narrow towards the end of it. If you're a side sleeper, you'll be fine. But if you sleep straight up, you may have some issues, so keep that in mind. This is what the seat looks like with the door closed. Speaking of the door, do not open it fully because it will lock on you and you won't be able to pull it. So just have a flight attendant unlock it for you. You can also use the partition in the middle of the seat, so that way your neighbor won't bother you and vice versa. There was Wi-Fi on board for purchase for $25 for the entire flight. This Wi-Fi was actually quite good. It did not slow down not one time on board, so I was pleasantly surprised. Definitely money well spent. Alright, so we're about halfway through the flight. I ordered some salmon, but they said it's going to take like 30 minutes to heat up, so I'm just going to wait on it. So far, this flight has been really good. It's a little hot, but I feel that they turned the AC on, so it's cooling down a little bit. But so far, I'm impressed. Let's see what this salmon looks like when I get it.
One eternity later.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Carisha ordered the steak sandwich. She said it was alright, but she also said that it would have tasted better without the cheese. So keep that in mind if y'all order the steak sandwich. Let's explore the in-flight entertainment system. The screen itself, it is nice and bright and very responsive. Definitely one of the most responsive screens I've ever experienced on a flight. If you don't want to view the in-flight map, there's a whole bunch of TV shows, movies, games, etc. to keep you company on this really long flight. We're on this flight for 12 and a half hours, and I promise you, I did not get bored finding something to watch. Carisha, she watched about 3 movies, and she was ready to watch another one before we landed, but she didn't have the time. If you don't want to use the touchscreen, you can also use the remote to navigate the screen. You can even have one thing playing on the remote and another thing playing on the screen. So you can keep an eye out on the map on the remote and watch something on the screen or vice versa. On top of that, if you have your own Bluetooth headphones, you can actually pair them with the in-flight entertainment system. I've been on a lot of flights and I've actually never seen this until now. Me personally, I actually prefer it this way because the headphones they give you aren't necessarily the greatest quality. I always travel with my trusty Bose QC700s. I never travel without them. Y'all gotta get you a pair because they are clutch on long flights. If you'd like, you can watch the exact same thing as your neighbor. Date night on a plane. Before we land, let's look at the amenity kit provided by Aqua Parma. Inside, you'll have a toothbrush, toothpaste, some hand sanitizer, an eye mask, and some lotion.
Onto your boarding pass. Check the screens to find out where to collect your bags in the baggage reclaim area. Please check your tags carefully to make sure you don't leave with someone else's bag.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Let me wait for him right here. You almost got left.
What'd you think, boo?
I had a good flight. It was very comfortable. I love the lie flat seats. The dine on demand was clutch. They were really nice. I got a couple things to say. Should I say it now or are we gonna do a review later?
I think you should say it now.
I wish they would have kept them bathrooms a little bit cleaner. I couldn't hardly get my big old tail down the aisle, which is a me problem. And I really felt like the customer service could have been a little better because after a certain amount of time,
I agree with that.
They was out of there.
Yeah, like on Qatar Airways.
Oh baby, it was customer service beginning to
Like
end.
as soon as you press the call button, it was there in literally less than 30 seconds.
But it's not even that. It's just the service they provided. They made sure you was taken care of on this flight. Maybe use SOL. So, yeah.
Well, so we're about to find our connection to India, and that's going to be its own separate video on a whole new airplane, a 777. See how that experience goes. So
I'm about to freshen up, and then we're going to continue on our way to India.
stay tuned for that one, y'all.